In the world of public health, a single piece of data can literally affect thousands of lives. It's an incredibly high-pressure job where getting things right and getting them right fast is everything. So today, we're going to look at how a pretty simple piece of tech is completely changing the game. I know, it sounds a little dramatic, right? But just think about it. When you're trying to track a pandemic or even just regular immunization rates, the data you're sending to national health agencies has to be perfect. One little mistake, one typo, can mean a critical delay. And in public health, delays have very, very real consequences. So let's just paint a picture here. Imagine you're a clerk working at a Department of Health. Every single day, you are on the front lines, not in a hospital or a lab, but right there in front of a computer screen, responsible for putting together and sending out this mission-critical health data. The pressure is just immense. And this was the daily routine. First, you've got to pull data from all these different internal systems. Then you're manually copying and pasting everything into one big standardized Excel file. And finally, you have to log in to a secure government website to upload the report. Every single one of those steps done completely by hand. And we're not talking about a quick 10-minute task. This whole process took 2 to 3 hours every single day. And you can bet that during a major outbreak or a new vaccine rollout, that time could easily double, pulling skilled people away from other really important work. So this manual process created a bunch of persistent risks. First up, compliance. You miss a deadline, you're in hot water. Second, the quality of the data itself. A simple copy-paste error could throw off the numbers for an entire region. And finally, you've got resource strain, tying up your smartest people with boring, repetitive work instead of letting them do life-saving analysis. So, what do? Well, this is where the digital assistant comes in. And no, we're not talking about a physical robot. It's a piece of software that's basically designed to take over all these digital chores, acting like a perfect and honestly tireless helper for the public health team. The official name for this tech is Robotic Process Automation, or you'll just hear it called RPA. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's software that you can teach to do what a human does on a computer. Clicking buttons, moving files, filling out forms. But the key is it does it with 100% accuracy every single time. It never gets tired. It never makes a typo. So how does this digital assistant actually handle that critical reporting job? Well, it takes over the entire workflow, from the very beginning to the very end, without a person ever needing to touch their keyboard. So at the same time each day, the software robot just wakes up. It automatically pulls all the data it needs, builds the report perfectly, logs into that secure portal, submits the file, and then, get this, it even emails the supervisors to let them know the job is done. The whole thing just runs on its own. The results from making this one change are pretty staggering. But as you're about to see, the true impact here isn't just about how much faster the robot is. It's about what this change unlocks for the human experts on the team. Okay, the first huge win was time. A task that was eating up almost 3 hours of manual work every day is now totally finished in under 20 minutes. That is a massive amount of time saved, day after day after day. But here's the crucial part. What do you do with all those hours you get back? This was never about replacing people. It's about freeing up their expertise, their brain power, for the kind of work that truly makes a difference. So instead of being stuck copying and pasting data, those skilled public health professionals can now spend their time analyzing disease trends, planning vaccine campaigns, and actually responding to outbreaks. They get to focus on the complex strategic thinking that a software robot just can't do, the work that directly protects all of our health. And that really brings us to the main takeaway. Putting automation into these critical systems isn't just about being more efficient. It's a real strategy for resilience. It means that when the next public health crisis hits, our systems will be stronger, they'll be faster, and our human experts will be ready to tackle the real challenges head on. And that just leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. If this kind of automation can have such a huge impact on public health reporting, what other essential public services are still bogged down by old-school manual work, just waiting for their own digital assistant to come in and unlock all that human potential?